Okay, I am optimistic that we have streaming problems fixed. Sorry for the camera bump.
Alright, 76 back to golf. That wasn't you. There's some weather out
And
there.
that everything's going as it should.
2055 to golf, 3 miles.
We're going to find out here in just a second. A little overexposed there. But I can deal with that later. Looks like I can see the stream on YouTube. That's good. We'll see if it looks fluid. It does look fluid. All right. That's good news. Let's see if I can improve this. No. Yeah. We'll mess with all that later. Good. Things seem to be working. Okay, just a quick flight. Again, this is a little oversaturated. I need to mess with the camera settings to fix that. But, well, let's just in for a penny, in for a pound, right? Might as well just try to get that all right now. I don't know if anybody's watching live or not. One moment.
Over 786 back to golf, 7 maintain 3000.
Sorry about that. Technology as it happens. I don't know if you can hear that dog barking, but that's hilarious. That's a little better exposure, isn't it? Okay. Let's see if anything works.
Exit at 539, contact Philly approach, 124.35. Our 2675 golf and Francis here is turn at Wilmington. Expect the advertisement visual of the RNS runway 19.
That does not work. Isn't that always the way? Let's see here. Ah, we don't have a joystick setting configured. Now let's see if it works. Yeah, now I hear the pump go. Oh, God. So clearly we need to screw the key in tighter. One thing and another. Okay. Quickly, Brandywine Airport, get a little flight in, and just see how things look. Windsock, okay. So I'll be interested to look and see here. Sorry for the drunken steering, but I'm looking at my phone. All right, that looks smooth on the stream. It looked really jaggy yesterday. Again, I'm driving like a drunken sailor. People on Ludes should not drive. All right, I'm just going to do a quick takeoff so I can see how this looks on the stream, and then hopefully can do a longer video later this week, and then Buddy and I are going to okay, no stick. I had a PC crash today, which is unusual, and a bunch of things are screwed up. There we go. Always do the controls check. Am I right? Later this week, probably on Sunday, a buddy of mine, who actually I built the sim with 10 years ago, first weekend we really got it together, who's a commercial pilot, he flies corporate jets, are gonna get on Pilot Edge and we're gonna fly the Oshkosh Fisk Arrival. And they have hundreds and hundreds of people flying that, so that should be cool. Especially with somebody who knows what he's doing. I mean, I know what I'm doing, but he really knows what he's doing. Oh, Brandywine. Tight little strip. It was a good place to learn how to land an airplane, I can tell you that. The X. We never put the flaps on. Checklists, they matter. And then in the real world you make this turn. So if you need to put it into this field over here you can, although right now they've got cranes in the way. And now houses. So it looks like that's no longer an option. And even though you make that right-hand turn, it's always left traffic here, because it's got helicopters making right traffic. That looks pretty good. Here over the Pennsylvania countryside. Take a look out the side window real quick. Make this turn. Back out the front. Downtown Westchester.
Traffic, 11 o'clock, 5 miles northwestbound, coming out of 2000 to 3000, 6818.
I have to really say I like the way that Real America, or Real World X, America X Real World, Simhaven. I like the way it brings the world to life. On our downwind. Traffic looks good. Can't show you the view out the left window because it's on a separate PC. Looks about right. We've got field about halfway up the strut. Wonder what the altitude is at Brandywine. 464. We're at 1100, so we're a little low for pattern altitude, but it's okay. Just make a tighter turn. All right, we're amidships, first flaps. Start going down. I was learning how to fly. About this point, the instructor would say, you know, we got to get down there by flying down. I was scared to descend the airplane. All right, turn base. quick peek. Car call, Brandywine traffic, Cessna 15 Charlie Golf. Base turning final. Look at that, right on the glide slope. Hey, see what you did there? Overturned it a little bit. All right, we'll just fly back to the center line. We're trimmed right where she is. Final flaps. Upward sloping runway. Makes it weird. Almost three-pointed it. That's okay. Got to work on that flare. Okay. Center lines, they're professional. They are for professionals. Flaps. Okay. So I'll be looking on stream to see how that looks, but looking over my shoulder at my phone, it looks like it all looks pretty good. Which means we've got our streaming challenges solved. I'll probably update this runway in WED. I developed it. I can see, it was one of the first ones I did. See, I've got blue lights all along the taxiway. They're actually much fewer than that. I'll hand place them. Different hangars. Just spruce it up a bit. Okay, well, thanks for watching. Somebody asked in the questions a stream or two ago how-to on connecting the two PCs. I just plug them into each other with an Ethernet cable, and they talk to each other just fine. I just assigned the IP addresses in X-Plane between the two of them. I didn't let the IP addresses be automatically generated. I assigned them and then configured it so they have each other's IP addresses. And made sure that my firewall let them talk to each other, and it works great. I get a better, more reliable connection that way than if I were to have them talk to each other over Wi-Fi. Parking brake. Parking brake, come on. There we go. Okay. My broken key. Thanks for tuning in if you did, and if you didn't, doesn't matter. But I got the testing that I wanted.